Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the PivotBoss pre-market video for Thursday, May 16th, 2019. I am Frank Ochoa, aka PivotBoss. Here's a look at the daily time frame of the ES. We're seeing quite a bit of strength here off the recent lows. While that wasn't a strong low intraday, it was a nice rejection off the previous sessions, below the previous session's close and go. It was a nice rally away from that pivot low. We did get a deep pullback in the previous session. It was cleanly defended and returned back higher. Higher highs, higher lows so far in this move. So everything in the near term is kind of pushing back up right now. We are coming into an LVN right here that is very, very significant. We are also coming back to kind of this 2880 zone from below. And that could provide an opportunity for bears to defend. You'll also notice the 8-period average has pulled back quite a bit, and this is the first time we're trading above that 8-period average. That could provide some weakness, even as high as 2880 again. So in this zone, I'd say between 2860 and 2880, it's going to tell us something about the future direction here. Are we going to see a rejection in these areas that leads to new lows, or at least a retest of this low? Or are we going to push through that LVN and start to work back toward recent highs at 2960? So again, this is going to be the area to watch on a swing basis. If we take a look at the NQ, you'll see right here, very similar price action here. Failed low. A rally here 2 days ago. Yesterday a pullback and go. Another pullback and bounce here in play. So clearly showing signs of strength. Higher highs, higher lows, and a higher low so far here. The question is, are we going to now see a defense of prices by the bears from these lower highs, 7,600, kind of where we fell off in this zone? We're coming back to it. Is that going to provide at least a retest of this low, if not a push through it? Or is it going to reclaim prices there and shoot back up towards 7,900? So right in this zone right now, again, back above the 8-period average, which has been downward sloping this month, below the previous month's midpoint. Again, a retest usually leads to weakness, so we will see right here in this area between 75.35 and 7,600, what does price do here in this area? Do we see rejection eventually? Then that could lead to at least a retest of these lows. If not, we start to transition back up. All right, let's take a look at crude oil. Crude oil here, this is a significant rejection of the rejection. The previous session here, or at least earlier this week, Monday, a nice rejection of these prices here of the previous month's close and the midpoint, and close outside day down, looked very, very bearish. The next day was a perfect 62 retest and drop. The day after that, it closed above the mid, and that was the first initial indication that we might see a failure of this pattern. Anytime you start to close above the mid of a major rejection day, or that 62 level in general in a major rejection sequence, that usually signals a failure and at least a push beyond the prior pivot high. So pushing through that level in 62s is very important today. Running through that level up 62.77, and again, this was a shakeout to the upside first, and it shook down. Now it's pushing out. Again, does that lead to an upside break and move? That could easily lead to a retest of these highs. Again, if we use this low, we can forecast the recent high as the primary target to the upside. On an average range basis for the month, it can take us as high as 68.78. And we've gone sideways for 2 weeks. That means the next breakout move could be significant. I want to quantify this one more time here. So what I'll do is I'll grab my template here with my advanced ADR indicator. I'll come over here and we'll do 2 weeks, right? So we'll do about 10 days here. We'll go 10 days and then we'll see where the reading is. So this has been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, about 11 days actually. But we're right here compressed. We're at, it looks like 62.5%, so it should be right now compressed. Maybe it's breaking out of that right now. But that says that we have an average range of 5 points. When we get a breakout here of 10 days, we get to about 6 to 6.5. That's what we used last time, 6, so 6.5 here. So again, it could be another 6 handle move after we break out of this range. 6 handles up from the current price of 62 would be 68.76, and again that would also coincide with the 68.78 here. That is the 100% target from this low. So there's some confluence there in the quantification of how far this thing could go if we break out. Again, this could signal a move toward 68s. Okay, lastly, taking a look at gold. You'll see here gold had a nice squeeze, a breakout through the 1290, nice outside day up, very, very strong. 2 digestive days, lower highs, lower midpoints, and now price is testing 2-day lows here. Is this going to be another one of these scenarios here where we held after a rally and then we see the stops come out? We rally and then we see the stops come out. We rally here and now holding a couple of days. Are the stops about to come out and take us back below 1290, maybe into the 1280s? So that's the thing to watch here, and the pivot to watch is 1293. So 1293 will be the pivot to watch. A failure there could at least, the very least, lead this thing back toward 1287, maybe 1285. That could provide a rejection that could lead to more strength. But if there is no rejection and it stays that way, again, how much farther does it go? Does it keep on going? So right now, 1293, big time level to watch as a pivot for gold. All right, that is it for now. We'll see how this plays out heading into the rest of the session. Good luck, trade well, and I'll see you in the trading room. Take care.